Hi everyone, it's Donna McDonald. I'm excited to be here with you today to talk about party engagement. This is call number 2 of our 4-call series on Rock and Roll Your Virtual Parties. So today we're going to talk about keeping your parties fun, getting your hosts excited, and also getting your guests enthusiastic about being part of a party. A successful virtual party has nothing to do with fancy graphics or what you create in Canva, but how much fun people are having. That's why people book. That's why it's not just about the product, but it's about, being on Facebook and interacting with their friends and enjoying what we're sharing with Pampered Chef. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share with you, and we're going to get started, and I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks. First of all, let's get the party started with our key player, who we know is our host. You are going to invite your host through your personal page, but after that, you're going to do all interacting through your business page, because you see my little graphic there. That's what's going to keep you out of Facebook jail. You're going to also make your host an admin or a moderator so that she has kind of the same influence that you do, because we know that with Facebook, the algorithms are all about party engagement. What is the content that people want to see? And we're going to talk about that in just a second. So first of all, let's talk about welcoming our guests. I'm going to switch over to Facebook in a second, but right from the beginning, we want to make sure that we thank our guests for joining the party. So let me go ahead and switch screens here, and I'm going to show you how you can do that. So if you look here under discussion, and then look over to this side, and if you see right here, who are new members to the group. So you would click on Write Post, and then all the new members would come up. So you would just go ahead and just copy this, or you can just go ahead and just click Go to Post. And then you can go ahead and put, like one of the graphics that I showed you on that last one is, welcome to Jill's party. The other way to, as I said earlier, is to make your host an admin. If you go to your members, and you can see right here, these 3 dots allow you to make them an admin or a moderator. So this is a post that I created through Canva, but you see on here, I also put the ordering link right into the post. So when they can click on that, and then that would bring them into the post. So you'll want to make sure that you have that in the body of the message as well as in the post. All right, so let's kind of move on here. Now, the first 2 days, you're working with your host to add more friends. You know what? As well as keep the ones that we have in the party entertained, and that's what's important. You want to make sure that the first 2 days, which we call pre-party, and Cindy talked a little bit about what your options are for getting started, but pre-party is where you're just giving your host, as I said, giving them time to get people invited. You also want to encourage your host to send reminders to those who haven't joined. And I'll just show you that in a minute. The host interaction is really key to a successful party. So you'll want to ask the host to also share the Facebook party link on her wall so that she can kind of get more people engaged and more people wanting to join the party. Again, it goes back to always interacting is your business page. But when you interact through your business page, it allows you to private message directly from the post. And it keeps one thread with each guest. And let me just show you that right here. We're going to go switch over here, and we are going to go to this party, which is Jill. Back down here to Jill. So you can see here on the banner, when I put click here, they click on this, and this brings them to the link right on the side. Okay, So that's what, you know, it's just bringing them, you're just setting that up in the message part. All right, so let's go back to what I was talking about was being able to interact. So here's an engagement post right here. Let's play Have I Ever Kitchen Edition. And the rules are, number one is comment with something you have never cooked or baked. Number two, if you see something that you have cooked or baked, leave a comment or a GIF as a reply. So here's what I'm saying. Right here, I could go ahead and message Jill right from that comment that she made. So what it does, it gives her notification of where she commented, and I can write the message right there. So the other thing that I'm able to do is, so right here, this is kind of crazy, but Jill said that she's never baked cookies from scratch. So what I could do is I could go to Consultant's Corner, and I could go to Explore. And from Explore, I can go to Recipes. And here I could type in cookies. And it comes up products for cookies or recipes for cookies. So I go right to recipes for cookies. And I would want to give, obviously, if she's never made cookies from scratch, I'd probably want to give her an easy cookie. So maybe we would do the chocolate cluster cookies, because of course I would sure, if I was going to give something a try for the first time, it better have chocolate in it. So I would click on that. I would copy the URL right here at the top. I go back to my party, and I would go to Jill and say, Jill, this, let's see, let's say, Jill, oh, something happened there. Jill, this needs to be, if I could type, be the first recipe you try. You will love it. And I go ahead and I can go ahead and copy that right in there, and I send that to Jill. Or the other thing that I can do is I could just respond right here in the message, right in a reply, and say, Jill, now this is my host, so I'm okay with giving her a few responses. Give this yummy recipe a try. And I can comment in there. So now what I'm doing is I'm not only getting her excited, I'm also getting everybody else in the party excited to give that recipe a try. All right, so let me go ahead and go back to our screen, and let's go on next too. Now, you want to have engaging posts that have at least 5 words or more. So here's something that's fun. Again, remember, you're going to find that the most engagement you have are from posts that have nothing to do with cooking or products. But of course, once they see videos, once they see the posts about products, they are going to get excited and they're going to buy. And one of the best things about Pampered Chef is that we have such great brand awareness. I'm sure you found that, you know, when people are in your virtual parties, they're talking about products that they've had for years in their kitchen. So they also sell for you. But here's, if your house was your grocery budget for the month, what would you be doing? Or how would you be doing? So here would be possible answers that I would respond back with. So, you know what, as Cindy said, you know, it's all about those algorithms. So if a guest just hits a like or one-word answers to Facebook, that seems that people are just not interested in your content. So you have to have things that are fun. Like, here's an example. This has nothing to do with selling, but it's all about engagement. And this is the one was, you know, if you had a superpower, what would you choose? And you would be amazed at what people comment on. And then you saw that post that was already in my party. Here's another one. And this one is, the struggle is real, what's yours? So in in the post itself, you would put, set a pot holder on fire, burn something in the oven until it was pitch black, not so sure about this whole cooking thing. What is your biggest struggle or mishap in the kitchen? We can't wait to hear. Our host will pick the winner at the end, and that winner will be able to get an extra entry into a party prize, or if you're doing tickets or whatever it is that you're doing. But this allows you, if someone says, oh, I set a pot holder on fire, you could share about our silicone gloves. So always think, how can I align to their mishap products that will help them? Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and move on. So of course we know that our goal is to have orders, right? And this is the same formula as if you were doing in-home parties. So the formula is you want to have 5 orders before the party, 15 orders within the time frame of the party, and 5 orders after the party closes. So right here, and this is obviously an outdated post. Right now, to get the the guest special, you need to have an $80 order. But you know what? This is just something that shows just as fun, Sunday fun day, but it gives you that opportunity to talk about the early bird challenge. Now here's a great engagement post. How do you know our host, and what is your favorite meal / pie? So that post there, what is your favorite meal, is the perfect engagement post for you to send recipes, to tag pictures of products. Remember, pictures are big. People want to see the product. They don't necessarily, need to know exactly what it costs, as long as you make sure that you have your interactive catalog, tagged in your announcements, so that they can see how to order, as well as they can see the catalog. But that engagement post allows you to, as I said, send recipes. The same thing with the pie post, A, B, C, or D. A very basic post, but one that will get a lot of interaction and still allows you to incorporate the products as well as cooking. All right, so hosting. Our goal at a party is sales, bookings, and recruiting. So we obviously want to make sure that we incorporate all of those posts into the party. Now, so here's an engagement post. Which host special would you choose? So when they, give an A, B, C, or D, this would be something that you would then take that message to a private message and talk about the hosting opportunity. So, the private message could say something like, hey, Mary, you're having so much fun in Sue's party. Would you like to gather your friends for a virtual party to get lots of freebies and, share some cooking tips with your friends? So that's always, is make sure that you're private messaging those guests at least once or twice, throughout the party. Now, the same thing about the apron post. Here's a post that gives, the apron comes in 5 sizes. Typically the people that engage in this, they're going to say that they're interested in part-time, short-term, hobby, or virtual. And you know what? Pretty much they're all the same thing. Again, you're going to take that to a private message and say, hey, Mary, thanks for commenting on becoming a Pampered Chef consultant. We have a posting service and training to help you get your business up and running. What amount of money would help your monthly budget? So that helps you get that conversation going and asking them, how do they see themselves incorporating Pampered Chef into their life? Next, we want to make sure, as I said, we talk about hosting. So here's a post. So your first post is put is when we get 4 bookings from this party, your host is going to get a free gift. And then you do a countdown with them. 1 party is booked, 2 parties booked. You get my idea. 3 parties are booked, 4 parties are booked. Great. She now gets her free gift. So again, you want to make sure that you give your host that same challenge. This is what we want. We want to get 4 parties, and lots of information is going to be shared with you on the next call with host coaching and getting your host on board. Okay, so let's go and talk about changing your banner. I showed you a little bit earlier when you have the link in your banner and the click here. It's really important that you have that, and that also that you change your banner throughout the party, because when you change your banner, everyone that's in the party gets notification. So you want to have that last day to order, change that on your banner. Or say if your host is close to a say she's $39 away from the next level, you would just put, change it up and say our host is $39 away from, her goal. There's still time to order. You never want to share what her goal is, because you can keep changing, that number. She can go up $100, she can go up $200. So there's lots of ways to get them excited. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the 15-minute virtual party, and let me just go ahead and grab this here. So I think that the 15-minute virtual party is just another opportunity for maybe that host that is just too busy and she's not interested in investing, a week time. The 15-minute virtual party is something that I think could fill in lots of ways to get hosts to have, get those freebies. So what is a 15-minute virtual party? It's actually done through Facebook Messenger. And what you'll do is you will want to message your guests, your friends, I should say, on private messenger about the 15-minute virtual party. So let me go ahead here and let me pull it up real quick here. Switching over to back to Facebook. 15. Okay, let me do a screen share here and open it up. There it is. Okay, let me just. Okay, here is what it's all about. So, with a 15-minute virtual party, you're going to private message, your friends that are on Facebook with this example. I'm super excited because I'm testing a new online express party. I'm looking for a handful of guinea pigs. It's 15 minutes. It's a highlight of the new fall products. It's all online and it's done through text or messenger. I'll send you a free product just for trying it out with me. Comment with a thumbs up or a raised hand if you want me to message you the details. So when someone says yes, here's the information that you would give them. Hey, thanks for giving this a try. It's a brand new party that I'm testing as part of a pilot group. Basically, you'll find 10 friends who want to join our 15-minute party, and it's all taking place over Facebook Messenger. I'll give you the words to send to invite them. It's just like in a regular party. You just don't want to dump them into a messenger group. You don't want your host to dump them into a messenger group. You want them to be a part of it, okay? So here is the message that they would send to their friends. Determine the time and the day that you're going to do it. So say she said she's going to do it Thursday at 8 o'clock. Hey there, I'm helping my favorite chef consultant pilot a brand new online party that only lasts 15 minutes and takes place on Messenger. She'll show us 10 products, including new fall products, and share a link to order at the end. I need some friends to join me this Thursday at 8 o'clock for 15 minutes. You can pull up the chat on your phone, tablet, or computer. Can I add you to the chat? So when they've confirmed yes, you have them create a chat with you and start it with one other person. Then you're going to create the party on your website, and then you're going to have that message group. You're going to rename the message group. So say it was, Jill's 15-minute virtual party. And once you, the host, and one guest was added to the group, then she would invite the other 10 people. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to the virtual rock and roll Facebook group, so you'll have all that information for yourself. But it is, I did 3 of them last week. It's just the same statistics as it is for a regular virtual parties. One show was 525, one show was 200, and the other one, the host actually is still kept it open, and right now it's at about 326. So you know what, as I said, it's that next opportunity for a host that just doesn't have a lot of time. So I hope that I answered some of your questions and concerns. If you do have any questions or comments, please go ahead and just comment to the recording. Thanks so much for joining, and good luck with your virtual parties, everyone.